You might be about to throw away hundreds of dollars on a mechanic or new parts for your car when the solution could cost you less than 10 bucks and take about 15 minutes of your Saturday afternoon. If your car feels sluggish, hesitates when you step on the gas to merge onto the highway, or just seems to be burning way more gas than it used to, do not run out and buy a new mass airflow sensor just yet. I am going to walk you through exactly how to clean this delicate sensor the right way, and more importantly, I am going to tell you exactly what not to do so you do not destroy it. You see, the mass airflow sensor, or MAF, is basically a heated wire sitting in your air intake. Over time, even if you change your air filter regularly, microscopic dust, pollen, and especially oil vapors from your PCV system can bake onto that wire. If you use one of those reusable oiled performance air filters, this happens even faster because the excess oil coats the sensor. When that wire gets coated, it gets insulated. It cannot feel the air cooling it down, so it tells the computer that less air is entering the engine than there actually is. The result is a lean mixture, hesitation, and a car that feels like it has lost its soul. But here is the good news. You can clean it, but you have to be surgical about it. First things first, go to the auto parts store and buy a can of specific mass airflow sensor cleaner. This is non-negotiable. Do not use carburetor cleaner. Do not use brake cleaner. Do not use all-purpose degreaser. Those chemicals are too harsh. They can melt the plastic housing or strip the protective coating off the sensor's internal electronics. Mass airflow cleaner is designed to dissolve oil and dirt instantly and then evaporate completely without leaving any residue. Once you have your cleaner, pop the hood and locate the air intake tube between your air filter box and the engine intake manifold. You'll see the sensor plugged into the tube. Before you touch a screw, look at the electrical connector. There is usually a small locking tab, sometimes red or gray, that you need to slide back before you can press the release button. Be gentle. Plastic gets brittle in the engine heat, and if you snap that connector, you are in for a bad time. Once the plug is off, you will likely need a screwdriver. Many manufacturers use Torx screws, and sometimes they are security Torx, which have a little pin in the middle. So check your toolbox before you start. Carefully remove the screws and pull the sensor straight out. Do not twist it violently, just wiggle it gently. Now look at the sensor. You will see a small opening where the air flows through. Inside, there are tiny wires that look like the filament of a light bulb. Do not, under any circumstances, touch those wires with your finger, a rag, a Q-tip, or anything else. They are incredibly fragile. If you break one, the sensor is trash. Take your can of cleaner and attach the little red straw. You want to spray the wires liberally from a distance of about 4 or 5 inches. Blast it from all angles. You want the pressure of the spray to knock the dirt off while the chemical dissolves the gunk. Use about 10 to 15 short bursts. Do not be stingy. Use plenty of cleaner. You might also see a little amber-colored bulb on the side of the sensor housing. That is the intake air temperature sensor. Give that a good spray too, as it helps the computer calculate air density. Once you have thoroughly sprayed it, and I mean really soaked it, do not rush to put it back in. This is where people mess up. You need to let it dry completely. I recommend waiting at least 10 to 20 minutes. The chemical evaporates fast, but you want to be 100% sure there is no liquid left when you plug it back in. While it's drying, this is the perfect time to inspect your air filter housing. If there are leaves, bugs, or sand in the box, vacuum it out. There's no point in cleaning the sensor if you're just going to blast it with dirt again the moment you start the car. Also, check the rubber O-ring on the sensor base. If it looks cracked or flat, replace it, because a bad seal will cause a vacuum leak that mimics a bad sensor. Once the sensor is bone dry, slide it back into the hole, tighten the screws, and reconnect the plug until you hear a click. Now, here's a pro tip that most people skip. Disconnect your negative battery terminal for about 10 minutes before you start the car. Why? Because your car's computer has learned bad habits from the dirty sensor. It has adjusted its fuel trims to compensate for the incorrect readings. By disconnecting the battery, you reset the computer's memory. When you start the car up again, it will wake up, see the fresh, accurate data from the clean sensor, and relearn the correct fuel mixture immediately. Your idle might feel a little funny for the first few minutes as it recalibrates, but take it for a drive and you should notice a sharper throttle response and smoother acceleration. If this cleaning process doesn't fix your issue, then and only then should you consider buying a new sensor. But honestly, in my experience, a $5 can of cleaner fixes the problem 8 times out of 10. It's the best return on investment you can get for your engine's performance.